I can't go back to living how I was living. Say I can't go back to feeling how I was feeling. When I was little, never dreamed of having any millions. How why my mama, she struggled, I wanted different. I love my kid like my daddy had loved me.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Key. Thank you for kicking with me. Welcome back. This message is for my water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is what you guys can expect through the rest of the Sagittarius season. Going into Capricorn season for you guys is kind of what I'm putting into due to the fact I recorded your guys' reading earlier, like 2 weeks ago, and it deleted the whole thing. So I felt like, okay, it was for a reason. And it makes sense. It's definitely for a reason. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for your patience. A quick announcement. I have already started offering some of my new services. If you follow my Instagram, you can see them in my story. Check them out. I offered a 12/12 candle work for people who purchase, and it's doing amazing results. Can't wait to share what these people have been experiencing with my candle work and, you know, the Reiki I put into it. So let's get into your guys' reading. Like I said, website is in the bio, and I am open for bookings and stuff. All right, let's get into it. So, water signs, your guys' theme for Sagittarius season is basically accepting things for what it is. This could be accepting, you know, the lessons that you had to go through in a workforce, accepting lessons that you had to learn in relationships, or just accepting certain lessons that you had to go through to motivate you to make a decision. I do feel like right now, whatever you guys have been going through has caused you guys to understand that you guys kind of have been the cause of your own demise when it comes to being stuck in this cycle that you were in. I do feel like a lot of you are finally understanding and accepting these lessons. With your overall energy being Mars force, the Emperor, a lot of you had to, you know, learn some tough lessons through your masculine energy, or how you show up in your masculine energy, or how you use your masculine energy to protect yourself. Others of you are learning through men in your life. This could be platonic or romantic relationships. How men show up for you, how you let men show up, or how, you know, men, just the daddy wound was coming up for a lot of you that came to heal. With the Mars energy, this is the Emperor energy. So I do feel like right now, a lot of you are stepping in a new cycle where you guys are kind of just really focusing on your goals, focusing on certain passions. I do feel like a lot of you kind of got this new spark within you, where you're really deciding, like, I'm about to be focused, I'm about to be disciplined, I'm about to go after things that are truly going to be fulfilling for you. Like, these are things that you're very passionate about, things that light up, but also things that are going to bring in longevity, stability is what I keep getting for a lot of you. So if you are in this energy where you're really career focused, or you have this passion to attack certain goals, this is the energy of Mars helping you, that Emperor energy. I do feel like right now Mars is in Gemini, is in retrograde, and you guys feel like water signs are starting to this retrograde is kind of giving you guys that spark to go back to things that you were starting and didn't finish, is what I keep hearing. Especially with the Ace of Wands, Aries, I am. So you guys have a lot of fire energy right now. So a lot of water signs, you guys could be fired up right now, or you guys could be in this energy where you're just wanting to create. Because with all this energy, like I said, Aries is also ruled by Mars. So you got Aries energy in your chart, but you also could have look where your Mars is at and see where Mars is retrograding in your chart. That can actually help you with the energy that's cultivating at this time. But with the Ace of Wands being your guys' overall energy, and then you guys have Grand Trine blessings, you guys are meant to really focus on your goals and attacking certain things right now. A lot of you are also, pay attention, because this is also very passion and lust energy too. Some of you right now, when it comes to relationships, you guys could not be putting a lot of energy into like your relationships, or you're just not trying to focus on that right now due to what you have been through in the past. Others of you might be having exes come back. We are in pre-shadow Mercury retrograde, and also we are in Mars and Gemini, so things that were unfinished, or things that you had unfinished business with, might come back around for you to handle. And I do feel like a lot of you are being told, you know, to set boundaries with these people. I also heard speak speak what you feel on your chest, like from the heart space, but stand on what you believe. Even if that means you have to choose yourself and walk away, is what I get for a lot of you. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to start getting a lot more recognition and support when it comes to your career, or when it comes to things that you're trying to maintain for yourself. So a lot of you might be getting more support and help. So be open and receptive to that. But I do feel like a lot of you are really in this energy where you're really career focused, really money focused, and really trying to make changes around your stability is what I keep hearing. A lot of you are really thinking about, how can I add on to what I already have, or how can I build my generational wealth? Which is leading to you guys learning a lot of lessons through your relationships, or just understanding the lessons through your relationships. Because you have relationships, I'm attracted to those people who serve for my highest good. So I do feel like in the past, a lot of you were starting to realize that you were holding on to people who are meant to be here for a season, who are meant here to teach you some things about yourself. These relationships that were here to shape you, and you were also here to shape others, is what I keep getting. Get from over there, Chris. Sorry, y'all, my dogs. I got Yorkies. And I do feel like these people are here to teach you how to trust yourself and what you intuitively been feeling, or, having confidence in yourself. Because I do feel like a lot of you guys I have come across people who were very selfish in a way when it comes to relationships. So it was teaching you how you needed to be more selfish with yourself and your energy and your time, and where you put your time and your energy into. And it caused a lot of you to hold on to this pain, this grief. And I feel like it's because a lot of you were so indecisive due to you were marrying these people. These people were indecisive about, if they wanted to, like I said, we'll use the example, if they were saying, oh, let's be friends, but they were giving you romantic offer, were doing things romantically. They kind of kept you stuck in a cycle. But a lot of you, what these people were mirroring back to you had made you realize it was you keeping yourself stuck because you were being indecisive also, not these people, what caused you guys to hold on to a lot of grief, a lot of shame. With your sacral energy, a lot of you could have felt undeserving. A lot of you could have had a lot of resentment that you were still holding on when it comes to relationships, or not feeling like you were getting what you deserved, which is what caused a blockage in your guys' sacral. A lot of you could have been fighting depression. A lot of you could have had holding on to other people's trauma that they had due through. A lot of you, this could be sexual trauma that you were that weren't yours, that you were carrying from other people, because the person you probably were dealing with, or the people you were dealing with, was messing with multiple people, and you were having to fight through those emotions. Others of you, this is just, trauma you have carried from certain relationships you have had growing up. And it says grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And this came out sideways. So it's telling me a lot of you are starting to understand these certain lessons, but you're also starting to understand how you lost some part of you. And I do feel like a lot of you had to learn that you had to appreciate you more, and being your own best friend, instead of how you were overgiving in certain relationships. So I do feel like your sacral is purging at this time during Sagittarius season. And I do feel like with this Mars energy and this Aries energy, a lot of you are in here are being told to use that hurt, that pain that you're feeling, into healthy outlets to express yourself, to have healthy outlets to build on things for yourself for the longevity, because you are going to receive blessings back to that. This is also a warning, is don't overindulge with grand blessings. This is also like Neptune energy. It's also saying that you can overindulge in things that are not good for you. So some of you, like I said, there's a lot of sexual energy. Some of you could also be over-sexualizing things, over-numbing yourself to not feel your feelings. But Spirit is saying you're needing to communicate. You're needing to express yourself. Like I said, with that pent-up energy that you're having in your sacral is being pushed for you guys to communicate. Some of you guys could be spiritualists. Others of you could be you're stepping into your career where your words are having power. You could be a mentor where you're starting a new service. Others of you could be a teacher. But it has to do with you guys communicating, is what I keep hearing, which is pushing you guys on your life purpose. And it's because a lot of you are finally letting go of that, the mental blockage or the memories that you had with certain things that were keeping you stuck, because now you guys are finally feeling and processing your emotions instead of suppressing and holding them in and finding ways to numb yourself and run from what is being shown for you. I feel like a lot of you water signs are finally starting to see that indecisive energy that you were keeping yourself in was causing you more pain, confusion, and illusions, and keeping stuck in the same cycle. But I feel like a lot of you are starting to understand this was part of your soul, your soul plan to grow, to heal, but also to find your true power with a feel for a lot of you. And I feel like for a lot of you, these relationships that you have, platonic or romantic, we're here to teach you things about yourself, how you show up in relationships, but also how are you receptive in relationships. Because a lot of you let your relationships play on your self-esteem. It made you question yourself. It made you doubt things that you wanted for yourself. And it also made a lot of you question, were you deserving of the things that you were asking of these people or in these relationships? Because it says doubt. I release the need to know all the answers and choosing happiness with the other lesson underneath. And it's funny how I said this was playing on your guys' self-esteem, and you have self-esteem here. So you guys are really learning through your relationships how you place a lot of your self-esteem, a lot of your self-worth on certain relationships that weren't bringing you happiness, that caused you a lot of confusion, that made you second guess and question yourself. But you're starting to understand that you don't need all the answers to choose yourself and to go in the direction that is going to bring you happiness and peace and make you feel confident within yourself. So I do feel like I said Sagittarius season is going to be a very productive season for you guys, where a lot of you are going to be really attacking your goals, but also a lot of you are going to start having new opportunities and new possibilities coming to you that's going to help you bring in longevity money, that's going to help you flourish when it comes to creating that stability that you've been wanting for yourself. Because I feel like a lot of you are finally getting out this indecision energy. A lot of you already know what you have to do, because you already know that by you not making a decision and not making a choice, it was keeping you stuck. It was replaying the same cycle over and over. And a lot of you, gave you a new perspective, a deepen your knowledge. It gave you a higher learning, so it can help you guys tap into your divine feminine energy. I do feel like you guys are learning when to balance out, when to show up in your masculine energy, when to show up in your divine feminine energy. You guys have been in your feminine energy for so long that you guys are passive, that you guys are people pleasing, that you guys let other people control things for you, where now that you're understanding, like, I have to show up for myself, I have to set some boundaries, I have to stand and go after things I want. So it's crazy, the shadow cards at the bottom. So this is definitely your guys' shadow side that your guys are having to acknowledge and accept, but it is also helping you guys process your emotions and also truly acknowledge the things that you desire for yourself. And also your solar plexus and your throat chakra could also starting to be aligned, where you're going to be starting speaking up more with confidence and being more secure in the decisions and choices you are making for yourself. All right, so let's see what message you guys have for my water signs. All right. Yes, okay. So you guys got patience. So right now, for a lot of you, the divine had to step in and separate you from some people that you were connected with. I do feel like right now, things that you planted, things that you're working on right now, and things that you're planning, Spirit is saying have patience on them, because right now things are turning in your favor. And I do feel like right now a lot of you had to end some karmic debt. And when I say karmic debt, a lot of you had to learn some karmic lessons. When I say karmic lessons, these are things that you had to understand about yourself to step out of certain cycles, so you guys can go about doing things differently. And I do feel like for a lot of you, with the patience that you're having to learn is also going after things that are going to be fulfilling, choosing happiness, having that happiness feel within you. A lot of you had to purge emotionally. So I do feel like right now what Spirit is saying for a lot of you with the patience card, this is the temperance. Things are balancing out in your life. But the things that are balancing out in your life is because you guys are finally making a decision to go water things that are going to be fulfilling for you. I also feel like this is the time where you guys are going through a rebirth, where you're starting to see that the seeds that, the things that you were trying to heal, the things that you were trying to grow from, you have been growing in the dark. A lot of people don't realize sometimes you have to be in the dark to see the light, and sometimes you have to accept the light to understand the dark. And I know it's a cliche, but it makes a lot of sense, because how do you know what what is on the other side if you don't fully accept and experience what the side is trying to show you. So that's what I'm getting for a lot of you. And it's pushing you guys where you guys are having to make, to make a decision. But part of this decision is a lot of you are having to really pace yourself, really sit with yourself, meditate, and listen to your higher self. I get what this feeling with the higher self is like. A lot of you question the messages that you have been receiving and the direction you're getting pushed in, because a lot of you were fearful of letting go of certain people in your life. And I keep hearing, if these people, what's meant for you is going to be for you. So I do feel like you guys are in the 7 of Cups, where you guys are weighing your options. You guys are seeing what have you guys been lacking, or what needs your attention the most right now. And it's pushing you guys. You guys could be seeing 7-7 or 7-1-7. 17 is also important. 17. Look those numbers up. This is all about spiritual alignment. And part of this spiritual alignment, a lot of you are having to stay in your ground, especially when it comes to the direction you guys are going in. I also do feel like a lot of you, your ancestors and guides, came and stepped in so you guys can get focused on your goals that you said you wanted for yourself. With the 7 of Wands here, I do feel like your guys are protecting you guys from things that no longer serve you, but this is also pushing you guys to stand up and have confidence on the direction you're trying to go in, which is causing you guys to reflect, reassess, reevaluate. Like I said, we are in pre-shadow Mercury retrograde, so I do feel like this Mercury retrograde, a lot of you guys probably will be in isolation. A lot of you guys probably will be in hermit mode, but this hermit mode is for you guys to, it's for not only you guys to heal, but it's also for you guys to pay attention to certain areas that you weren't paying attention to. Like, for some of you, I get this energy. You guys, some of you say you want to move, but you weren't taking action to it. So you didn't know where you want to move because you had an idea of, like, if I move, this person got to come with me. That's just an example I'm picking up intuitively. But Spirit is saying you guys are having to face that and understand that sometimes you have to make certain sacrifices to get what you want, which is causing you guys to be gentle with yourself. Like I said, this is all part of the divine's, all part of the divine's plan. Whatever it was ending, it had to end for a reason. And I do feel like it was to open your guys' heart chakra. I just keep hearing this energy. It's happening for you. It's happening to you. It's happening to you, not... am I saying it right? Hang on. It's happening to you. It's happening for you, not to you. Yeah, it's happening for you, not to you. I'm so sorry. It took me a while to think of that. But I feel like a lot of you are starting to understand the reasoning behind these lessons. With the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to start turning in your favor because you finally let go of the baggage that no longer was yours. You guys have finally made a choice, or finally in the energy of making a choice in the direction you're trying to go in, which is pushing things to move forward for you guys with the positive movement forward. Things that were happening behind the scenes are going to be moving forward physically, because a lot of you are actually taking that emperor energy. You're taking action now on things that you are passionate about, things that you truly desire for yourself. I feel like for a lot of you, you desire to travel more, so you're making that happen and getting your money right. I also do feel like for a lot of you, you're planning a move, which is, I do feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be outside the state that you're already in, but you're being told to be patient with yourself because things are being, blockages are being removed behind the scene. As you put in this work to saving your money, you're having to work on certain new habits to apply when it comes to this new cycle. A lot of you stepping in, but I also get this positive move forward. A lot of you are being pushed to get out your comfort zone, make that move, or travel more to make new connections, make new friendships, new relationships that are going to be more fulfilling in your guys' life, that are going to help you on this new chapter, are going to help you grow. And I do feel like a lot of you are receiving downloads about this, but you question these downloads or these messages that you're getting due to the fact, I do feel like some of you, your crown chakra is definitely blocked. So some of you are needing to do to up your protection at this time, to remove those mental blockages you have. Also find time to meditate. And take a couple moments to receive the message you're receiving. But I do feel like right now, a lot of you need to keep your head wrapped, because as you remove yourself or remove certain relationships from you, a lot of you are starting to see people's true colors and the projections that people are trying to place on you, which is causing you to, with the base chakra in reverse, is causing you guys to feel ungrounded, unstable. And I do feel like it's because a lot of you are in this energy where you're starting to recognize the security and the stableness that you place on certain relationships, where the security and stableness that you lack within. So it's causing you guys to feel ungrounded, or things around you or in your environment are unstable right now because you're unstable inside. So I do feel like that's why Spirit is saying this is the time to really sit with yourself, process your emotions, and also meditate on kind of what the messages are being told to you. Yeah, a lot of you is because you're moving on from what no longer serves you. You're finally in this energy where you understand it's like there's nothing you could do about it. You learn everything you could learn from that cycle that you were in, and you're leaving, and it's causing a lot of you to bring up a lot of, you know, this unstableness within you, because like I said, it's making a lot of you get out of your comfort zone now, where you're having to show up more in your masculine energy. And it's not in your masculine energy where you are being demanding or where you're trying to control. It's your masculine energy where you're making stuff happen for yourself. You're attacking your goals. I do feel like you guys are starting to understand and learn the difference between unhealed masculine energy and a healed masculine energy. And it's pushing you guys into your material harvest. Like I said, a lot of you are really focused on your career and your stability right now, and you are going to be receiving that. I do feel like after Mercury retrograde, a lot of you, money is going to start coming in more easily, or that new career change that you're making, you're going to get that new job or that opportunity to collab with people, or that new project you've been working is going to take off, is what I keep hearing for a lot of you. Water signs are really getting this career focus, but it's because you guys had to learn a lot of lessons within your career workforce, or just how you show up in your workforce, or in your relationships. So I'm gonna clarify some things. So a lot of you are just in this energy. Yeah, sevens are important for you guys. A lot of you are going through a spiritual awakening or spiritual ascensions right now. So pay attention. You guys could be feeling nauseous. You could be a little more fatigued. Your diet could be changing. You could be a little more thirsty because you guys are ascending right now. And part of this ascending for you guys is, you know, gaining a new alignment and insight about yourself and the things that you truly want and your things you're going after. Like I said, Spirit is saying a lot of you are just in this energy where you're just having to be patient and plot and plan, reassess, reevaluate how you've been going about things, especially with Mercury being in Capricorn. We have Mercury being in Capricorn, and we all have Capricorn and Venus. And, you know, Venus rules around money, self-worth, and our values. So I feel like a lot of you are going to start seeing where you weren't taking certain things for yourself serious. One thing about Capricorn energy is Capricorn energy is about stability, commitment, discipline. They are ruled by Saturn and also accelerates in Mars. So Capricorns are also known where they have to learn certain hard lessons when it comes to certain things for themselves, when it comes to, you know, having to make certain adjustments. And I feel like that's what a lot of you water signs are having to do right now, which is giving you guys a lot more hope. A lot of you, this patience, this energy that you're having to really assess and reevaluate yourself is going to give you guys a lot more hope, bring a lot more. Is also going to bring a wish into you guys due to the fact you guys have been patient. I do feel like a lot of you are having to leave something, but you understand why you're leaving it because something else is better is coming for you, is what I keep hearing. Why is the heart chakra here, Spirit? Right now, the chakras that you guys need to really focus on is your heart chakra, your crown chakra, and your base chakra. Your root chakra is your biggest blockage right now. A lot of you feel ungrounded, unstable, and a lot of you are having to really address the unstableness and the ungroundedness within because that's showing up in your physical. But right now, when it comes to your heart chakra, a lot of you have closed out a major cycle. When it comes to emotional baggage that you were still carrying in, a lot of you are finally acknowledging that and being honest with yourself about things that weren't bringing you fulfillment, and you're going after things now that are fulfilling for you, which is putting you guys in this waiting game. Because right now, Spirit, you guys are in the energy where you're having to take your power back. And as you purge and as you take your power back, it's making you really address and reevaluate and be honest with yourself on the things that you truly want and desire for yourself. A lot of you are going to be going through a kind of a inner glow up, where you're gonna be tapping more into your confidence side, and where you're gonna be standing on the decisions that you're making for yourself. Because with the Ace of Pentacles here underneath, things that you guys have been planning for yourself are going to start sprouting up. I do feel like some of you, the goals that you are trying to plant seeds for or trying to achieve, it's going to bring you that longevity, and it's going to start showing up from a year now. So a lot of you pay attention to what you start in this season, because by this time next year, you're going to be like, damn, I really made it happen with the Ace of Pentacles here. Crown chakra came out sideways. Yeah, a lot of you are still working through, with the victory and success clarified the crown chakra, a lot of you are still working through your mental blockages when it comes to the overthinking, the overanalyzing, the criticism that you put on yourself. And I do feel like for a lot of you, it's that father wound that's coming up where, you know, you probably had a father that was absent, so you had to really show up for yourself, or you had a father that could have been overcritical or put a lot of pressure on you. A lot of you are really in this energy where I do feel like for a lot of you, you're still in this energy where you feel like you're lacking your goals, you're not where you meant to be, but I do feel like you're going to be coming out of that because you're still you're stepping more into your masculine energy, and you're actually going after these things now. Like I said, yeah, a wish is coming true due to the fact you guys are actually putting action behind it. It seems like Spirit had to put a fire up y'all's ass and really get you guys out your own way. Why is the base chakra in reverse? Yeah, because a lot of you guys were folding on your belief systems. A lot of you guys were giving to people, places, and things that weren't making you happy. You were doing all this to feel that you were doing things to feel validated, but it wasn't giving you validation. It made you guys it made you guys to the point where you were so drained of over giving yourself to people or over pleasing or over proving yourself that you kind of lost who you were. It's kind of what I'm getting for a lot of you. And I do feel like this is why Spirit stepped in, because a lot of you weren't seeing this with the balance here. A lot of you weren't seeing that things were balanced, or weren't seeing them, or weren't paying attention to the messages your guys were sending, so they stepped in. And one thing I say, when the divine is trying to get your attention and you're not paying attention, the worst thing is when the divine stepped in, because that makes it 10 times worse. But I do feel like a lot of you, the sacrifices that you had to make with letting certain relationships go, or leaving that career, or making this move, it's bringing balance into you, but it's also bringing balance into your life. A lot of you don't realize how protected you are. So I do feel like for a lot of you need to up your protection. A lot of you guys had people who were using you, or were just using you for your gifts, or draining you for your energy, your time, your love. And I do feel like Spirit was trying to show you guys how you guys were folding on your belief systems, and how you were folding on standing up for yourself and speaking up. I do get a lot of you who had a problem speaking up for yourself. I keep coughing, and I wasn't coughing before I hit in. Let's see what else there's in ground reverse. Yeah, so a lot of you are having to really just wait, because a lot of you are still in this energy where you're grieving a relationship, grieving your old self, grieving old patterns and habits. So this is the time where you guys are having to acknowledge the pain that you've been through, but it's also putting you guys in this energy where you're accepting the lessons for what they were. Oh my God. So I do feel like this is Sagittarius season is a time where a lot of you are learning how to channel the pain that you've been feeling into healthy outlets to express yourself and to achieve the goals that you want for yourself. So we're going to end this with some self-care messages, some messages from your guides. Here, what self-care messages have some water signs? So right now, this is the time where you guys need to be gentle with yourself, acknowledge your emotions, and understand that this is the time where Spirit is putting the focus back on the things that you said you wanted to achieve, to bring in that solid foundation that you said you want to have for your future. Oh, Lord. Take those. Okay. So your guys' self-care message is overall energy is listen. People start to heal the moment they feel hurt. And I feel like this is where a lot of you had to finally listen to yourself. A lot of you are probably telling people what you needed, what you wanted, but you weren't giving that to you. So you had to really make a choice of, am I hearing me? Am I listening to me? And I feel like that's also what's changing your guys' dynamic, is that the fact that you finally chose yourself and you're finally starting to listen to yourself is going to make people hear you and listen to you instead of forcing that on people. I do feel like a lot of you had to really understand that you can't change people. You can't make people do what you want. And I feel like that's what you guys were learning in your relationships a lot, is that you guys were trying to control certain things in these relationships. And when you weren't getting your way, you let it deteriorate, you let it question how you view yourself, and you made it stunt your growth and made you not go after certain things because you wanted to keep these people in your life. You have possibilities and rituals. Possibility. Focus your attention on what could go right. When you learn to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy an experience twice. So this is that confirmation where I said a lot of you are getting a new perspective on where things are going to start turning in your favor, where you guys are going to be having a lot more hope, or you're going to be more optimistic about these changes that you're having. Because I do feel like a lot of you played a lot of these bad memories in your head that made you second guess and doubt yourself, and played on your insecurities. Because a lot of you, what you don't realize, you are letting other people's projection and reality of how they see you deteriorate you and make you think that you weren't worthy of the possibilities and changes that you say you want for yourself. So Spirit is pushing a lot of you guys to really acknowledge that there was a blessing in these lessons. I mean, you have rituals. Steady yourself with simple rituals. Do the dishes, fold the laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea, let wisdom sneak up on you. And that's what confirmation, what I said with the 7 of Cups is. A lot of you are in this energy where you're having to just be patient with yourself. You're having to be open and receptive to the messages that the divine is trying to give you to continue to put you guys on your true north, on the right path that you guys are meant to be on. And I do feel like this is going to, over the next, the rest of Sagittarius season into Capricorn season, a lot of you are going to get new insight, new ideas, and how to attract the things that you want coming to you faster. So let's pull some messages from your guides and see what they got to say. And Spirit is saying by doing little things, you guys will receive these downloads. And it's all about slowing down for you guys, water signs. Not numbing or running from the pain or the situation, but feeling it, acknowledging it, understanding it, releasing it, and let it transform you into who you are meant to be. All right, water signs, your guys, your overall energy is change is coming. Can you handle it? We'll only ask because your life is about to transform. So like I said, change is happening. No, if you like it or not, change is happening. And the only way to change and grow is you have to be comfortable in the uncomfortableness. And part of you, a lot of you are are learning how to be uncomfortable in the uncomfortableness of not having certain people around you anymore. And you have daily reminder, you have a beautiful heart and soul. You are beautiful. And that's that reminder, that heart chakra that's opening up. A lot of you are finally accepting you for who you are and understanding that your love is important and it matters, and that you have to be careful of who you give it to. You also have, how can we help? We are ready to assist you. Just be clear about what you really need at this time. So your guides are saying they are hearing you. They are helping you on this new path and this new journey. It's okay to reach out to them because they're willing. They want to help you with this change. They know it's painful. They know it hurts. And they say pay attention to your dreams because we are sending you a clear answer in the next 4 days. I've been getting this card a lot. And I'm a Pisces, Venus, and Cancer rising. So pay attention to your dreams, water signs, especially at this time, because a lot of our guides and the ancestors, especially with this 12/12 portal we just had, and it's open to 12/22. A lot of us are receiving ancestral downloads and messages that are here to ascend us and help us on this next chapter and path that we're on. And then you have only surround yourself with high value people and energy. That's confirmation for what the hell I said. That's confirmation for what I said. You guys had to let go of the dead weight so you could attract better people who are meant to help you on this next chapter, to help you bring in the stability, the longevity, that generational wealth, but also to also help you guys not dim your light and play small to people anymore. You have people who are receptive and equal to you and see you for who you truly are. So this is what I got for you, water signs. Thank you for watching.